Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Hayes, and I'm going to be your host for today's conference meeting, round 5. So the previous host is on vacation, which is Lucas. And so I'm stepping up for Lucas. And yeah, so we're gonna wait for a few minutes and see if anyone is going to join. Um, so it seems a lot of people can't join this call for some reason. Um, hello.
Hey,
Hi, Lucy.
I guess it seems like it was a different meeting link or something.
I had no idea. I was like worried.
Hi everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, hello, Peter. Hello, Alejandra. So welcome everyone. Let's dive into it. Thanks for joining today's conference meeting. And I'm sorry, Lucas isn't available to host this session, so I'm stepping up for Lucas. And I'm also like hoping to replace Lucas forever. I'm not, he might decide about that. Give me a few seconds. Yeah, so I'm gonna go first. So we have like quite some few things on the agenda, and we're gonna start by discussing about the conference website. So Macy did a very great design concerning the conference website, and I was amazed. And yeah, and I wasn't available for the last conference call, but Macy was saying something about the inspiration behind the architecture design on the conference website. Missy, can you share in details how you got inspired by that design?
Yeah, so since we're having our conference in Barcelona this year, I was kind of inspired by I don't know if you want to show a visual or something, but I'm sure everybody's seen it, but.
No, you have to say it again.
Okay, let me see if I can share. I don't even have it pulled up. Caught me off guard.
Yeah. You can share your screen now.
Oh, let me see. I gotta get to the. Okay. Have a million tabs open. Okay. Can you guys see?
Sweet.
So, I mean, the design, this visual here was kind of inspired by Barcelona, the way it like is laid out. So if you've ever seen Barcelona from a bird's eye view, it's very gridded, and there's like, yeah, it's just very like laid out in a square. I'm sure Sergio can attest to that. And just kind of like created like an abstract visual that would relate back to async KPI and how it's, how it helps with the event-driven architecture. So that's basically it.
I didn't realize it was all inspired by the city architecture. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's where I kind of started, because I was like, I want to make something that's related to Barcelona in some type of way, but it doesn't have to be like so literal. So that's kind of where this stemmed from.
I'm pretty sure this is the definition of thinking outside the box, Missy.
Well, thank you. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm sure everybody's seen this before. Here's me 3 times.
Missy, I know you have a good, healthy, self-esteem, but this might be a little bit more.
I haven't replaced the photos yet. My bad. So yeah, I mean, it's still kind of in progress. I was making some updates to it based on what we said we could add to it, but yep. So that's kind of in progress. And I think Ace is gonna put his skills to the test and put it together.
Of course.
Cool. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now.
You could keep sharing. You could keep staring at it. Yeah. So I'm gonna be implementing the designs, and I'm really hoping I live up to Macy's standard in making the pixel perfect.
I believe in you. You got this.
Thanks, Missy. So I'm gonna share a link to the conference website discussion. If you're interested in, jumping on, helping, and if you also want to take over for Hayes, or you wanna give me feedbacks concerning implementation, you could feel free to jump on a discussion. Potentially. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know, there's some issues concerning, can someone help me share this link on YouTube? Yes, so I just posted the link to the discussion concerning the conference website. Feel free to jump on it and share your thoughts. Or if you're interested in contributing to the conference website, please reach out to me via Slack, and yeah, we could jump on a discussion. And also concerning the custom plugins for the speakers timeline. So I started a discussion with the Linux Foundation group on their forum about maybe there is an API that could be exposed that we could probably use instead of using. I wouldn't call it ugly, but we just want to do something that meets our own taste. So I'm still waiting for a response. So I haven't gotten anything yet. So I'm trying to be positive if there would be an API that could be exposed that we can use, and not like use the former one we have in the last year conference website, which looks ugly. Then I'm sorry I have to use ugly.
Gonna ruin the whole design.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna shake my fist.
Of course. Yeah, so the next thing on the agenda is actually the call for papers. And I think Alejandra will love to give us updates on how it is going so far.
Yep, sounds good. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and remember the dates that we have to keep track of. So tomorrow, August 12th, is the end of the new extended CFP deadline. So if somebody has not yet submitted another amazing CFP and you're dying to do another one, tomorrow at I think noon, I don't know what time zone is left. So good luck with that anyway, but so yeah, tomorrow's the last one. And then that means that starting next week, we're going to start reviewing the CFPs. As you may remember, we had also a voting this year about whether or not we wanted to have the speaker name, gender, and company anonymous or public, and whether or not we also wanted to keep our votes again this year anonymous or public. So I will be sharing an update to the discussion thread with the total number of counts of votes that the community voted for each one. But for now, I can definitely confirm that the majority of the votes want to keep both information pieces anonymous. So that means that come August 15, I will share a public spreadsheet, table or whatever with everyone. And that'll include only the CFP's title and talk abstracts. And we won't be putting our votes in the spreadsheet, but rather let's just do, I guess, the same thing that Lucas did last year, where just DM me privately how you voted for all of them. So if, if anybody has any questions about that, I mean, just let me know. But basically, I just sent a long DM with a 20, 30 bullet point item list of each talk where I, had my vote, and then I think we'll just keep it simple, range in 1 to 10. So as you're reviewing the talks, does it put you to sleep? Probably give that one a 0. If you think, wow, I actually think this is educational. I think the community will benefit from this. This looks really good. And if the abstract is also super well put, then obviously we want to give that a 9 or a 10, right? So, just use your own personal assessment, judgment. There's not really a wrong or right answer. And then the Linux Foundation already sent me and sending me the first batch of CFPs that we've received so far to confirm that it was working correctly and that we weren't missing anything. And I can confirm that everything looks right. So yay, we're not listening. Like that would be really, really scary if we were to notice now that there's something wonky in the platform that we missed some of these submissions. So then the Linux Foundation is sending me an updated CFP list, the latest pulled after Friday 12th. So that means 15 to 19, we're reviewing the CFPs. And ideally, the goal that the date that we provided to the community was that in the week of August from 24 to 26 is like the latest when we want to try to have the schedule released and also on the website. I know that last time that we had this sorry, how do you call this, what is this, or planning session, yes, in our last planning session, Jonas asked if we could get an idea of what it would look like to like how many talks we think we might be able to fit, more or less, like how many will we be able to accept, I guess was more or less his question in the last call. And so to that end, and I will be sharing this on YouTube as well for anyone who might be joining and watching outside of the Zoom call. So essentially this links to a sample template schedule that I created to help answer his question. And obviously this is not like the only way we can do it. If anybody has a strong opinion or a better idea, please comment in that and give us your idea of what you think. But essentially what I created was, so when I've done conferences and I've planned scheduling and logistics before, obviously everybody's different, but I've noticed a lot of people tend to really enjoy conferences where you can start like an hour or two later than some like starting like at 8 or 9 a.m. and then registration is even earlier. But I'm thinking about this and I'm thinking like, this is like a real like community, not like corporate event. So like, I want people to feel that they can breathe and actually get to talk to each other. Because I think that's the difference hopefully between corporate and an open source community event. And I'm also thinking, okay, wait a minute. I don't know about you guys, but this is in Barcelona. And I know like there's a lot of places in the world where like I'm Latina, so like we're always running late. So I'm just thinking like, do we really want to recommend a schedule where we start early? And I'm thinking like, maybe not. And so that's my reasoning behind the template that I'm suggesting as an idea. And so what you can see is that the actual talks don't start until 10 a.m. And then we have a typical like noon 1 hour lunchtime. And then around 3:30 or 4 p.m., I provide an extra 30-minute break for whatever, talk to the community members, get something else to eat, whatever you want. And then the talks end at 6 p.m. And so if we followed in a template or an ideation around this idea, and obviously we don't know how many talks will be 1 hour versus 30 until we actually review all the submissions. But in theory, I'm thinking we could fit between 25 to 30 talks. So if anybody has any better ideas, please go ahead and I'd love to hear them. And so there's the link. I know I've been talking a lot, but I just wanted to give all the information. Like I like it when people give me all of the details. I like all the context, all the background. I don't think there's anything else left. Did I leave anything out? Okay. All right. Well, peace out.
Thanks so much, Alejandra, for the well-explained details you just gave. If you have any question concerning what Alejandra just like said, please feel free to ask. Okay. So we're gonna move to the next item on the agenda, which is the conference, should I say location? And I think Sergio, you'd have to like say much more about this. So I can say like you actually like gave a list of places you think could be a perfect match or fit for the conference. So do you have any updates?
No, Barbaño is working on this. I was just trying to help a bit. The last thing I know is that she shared everything with Linux Foundation and we are waiting for their answer. So we will have to wait a bit more, I guess. I mean, I'm sharing the feeling that with Barbaño about we are not in a rush, but we have to start moving a bit faster on terms of knowing which is going to be the venue. And I already said that, so I'm happy to go physically to the places if it's needed. But I guess we need this answer from Linux Foundation first, because they told us they are gonna come back with from this list plus their own list, I guess they have. So they will investigate and come back to us with candidates, with a possible venue candidates that fits our conference. So I hope this happens soon.
Definitely. And I went through the list to give Sergio, even I don't know where they're located in Barcelona, but it looks like a really nice list. I could just see myself currently there, and I'm like, wow, it looks great. Yeah, I'm hoping Linux Foundation gets back to us soon, because it makes so much sense if we know where this event will be held. Like, because we might seem like it might seem to have so much time, but to be honest, we really don't have so much time. So
yeah, actually, August is the worst month, so I'm completely sure we won't have anything clear for this month, because you cannot even call those places. They are outside, they are on vacation, So yeah, let's see what September has for us.
Okay, thanks so much, Sergio, for the explanation. And also, we also have I think Baba Nails is not here, and I think Macy just left, because I actually asked I wanted them to give me updates concerning dedicated swags design and how it's like going. Any update on that? But I think Macy just left us.
I know, I'm even guilt tripping her on Slack saying it help. I don't know that.
She left. Don't you run away. So Macy is on here, and yeah, so we actually have need a lot of help concerning designs, and so we have this plan to also have an auto-generated speaker card for speakers that will be speaking at the event, so they can share it on Twitter or LinkedIn. So, and we also had a discussion around ability to actually subscribe to a speaker session and see other people that are that also are interested in the same session as you, so you can give follow-ups. And for some reason we had to kind of dead the idea because of what Linux Foundation already has for us. So I don't know the name of the app they actually use that keep tracks of speakers information and people that are interested in speakers talks. It looks like a good idea, but the UI, the design provided by Linux Foundation is way so ugly, and it's going to ruin the design Missy came up with. So I hope they get back to us soon. Also, Linux Foundation is kind of slow, even to me. I needed a response for the API, and I haven't gotten anything back.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Ace, but I'm really glad that you happened to mention that they're really slow at responding, because I was wondering if it was just my person at Linux Foundation or if it was them in general. I mean, obviously they're pretty busy people, of course, but I was just, okay, anyway, so it does seem like they're overwhelmed and it takes them long to respond.
Of course, Alejandra, because I was like, oh God, when would these guys get back to me? And it takes it's over 2 weeks or something, and I haven't gotten anything back. I just have fingers crossed.
Oh, whoa, wait, 2 weeks. Okay, I wouldn't
Yeah.
be that patient. I would have you followed up again?
Yeah, I did on Monday.
Okay, so I don't know, this is just me, but when I see that it's a big org that takes forever to respond, I actually don't wait more than 2 days to follow up again. And then I wait 2 more days and I follow up again. And I don't care if it's annoying. It's also not rude. It's not every day. It's every 2 days. So I think that's within reason. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if that helps, but I'd be concerned if they're not getting back to you faster because you're doing so much for us.
Yeah, of course. I think I would have to adopt your approach, Alejandra. I'm just gonna keep buzzing them every 2 days. They would know I'm serious. Yeah, I think that's everything on my agenda. Yeah, it would have made more sense if we have Babanoz here because I would love to like hear some updates from her. But since we don't have her here, we just have to move on. So if you have any question or you have anything to share concerning the conference, please feel free to, light it up. Yeah, so I have a question, so which I have to just say it. So Sergio, I don't know if you have any opinion, and Alejandra. So I was wondering, so people that are actually not from Barcelona, people that are traveling to Barcelona for the conference, is there any plan to like any plans to taking care of them, like people that has no idea how Barcelona like works, their first time in Barcelona, and they're just here to come for the conference?
I haven't heard anything about that other than, typical community spirit where in the Slack, if you get lost, obviously somebody will help you out. But no, I don't think anyone's doing that specifically unless Sergio knows more.
No, I don't, but I think it's a really good question, and we could set something. I guess you mean some kind of guidelines for people that comes here, like how transport work, how to get, I don't know, a cell phone card, how connectivity is, and where to have fun, I guess, something like this, right?
Of course.
I think we could work on this. I find it very useful. It shouldn't have to be a very big guideline because I'm much sure that you can find those on internet, but yeah, we could do it.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I was like, I don't think I'm going myself this year, but if I was, I would definitely appreciate like a pamphlet with like some of that. And anyway, I'm just repeating myself. Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes so much sense. We have to like either start a discussion around that because I was worried. I'm like, I'm Hayes, and I have not even been outside the country before. And if I'll be going outside the country for the first time and I'm going to Barcelona, I had no idea how it works, and I'll probably gonna be lost or something.
I find it totally useful. So, in fact, the details, for example, Alejandra shared when she shared the schedule, like talks starting at 10 a.m. This is typical. So you cannot start here at 7 a.m. because nobody will come, like we are sleeping by that time. So I think it's totally useful and we should go for it. Would you mind, Ace, creating an issue? Otherwise I can create it. So
yeah, I'll be glad to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so any other question or suggestion? Okay, if there is no question, then I guess we have that will be the end for today's conference meeting. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining. So I guess we'll have to call it a day. Bye everyone.
Yep.
Like,
Take care.